So I had a thought that narcissists love getting our egos stroked. We love attention, we love affection and things like that, but we don't necessarily like to work hard to get that. So in my brain, I'm thinking that maybe narcissists devalue people in order to make it easier to get that our ego stroked and get the appreciation and things like that. So at the beginning of a relationship with a narcissist, the love bombing comes in, where we're hitting you with all the love, the affection, the attention, and stuff like that. You're giving it back to us. But eventually, the narcissist gets tired of doing it, get tired of holding up the same routines and holding up the mask, so to speak. So we devalue you in order to breadcrumb you later on to make it easier for us to get rewarded. So in the beginning, where we normally have to hug, kiss, show you attention, now we can just hug you and get that affection and things back from you. We don't have to do all three of those things. We can just give you a kiss, and now you're back enamored with us, and we getting our ego stroked and things like that. So I think devaluing and breadcrumbing go hand in hand. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware diagnosed narcissist Lee Hammock, also known as mental illness across social media. I use my platform to raise awareness for narcissistic personality disorder, get more people into therapy, and also in the process of doing all that, validate the victims and survivors of this disorder. This series is dedicated to just taking my TikToks and my YouTube shorts and making them longer. They are 60 seconds or less. This is going to be longer because y'all want deeper explanations into it. So the video you just watched was about how I just had a random thought one day about how being with a narcissist the narcissistic cycle goes from idealization, love bombing, whatnot, to devaluation, to typically to the discard. But sometimes it doesn't always lead to a discard. Sometimes it can lead to to breadcrumbing to keep you there. Because again, at the beginning of a relationship with a narcissistic person or a toxic person or just a manipulator, y'all, we know everybody's not a narcissist. I know. Lee, you're just giving these girls everything that they want to hear. You're just telling them everything they want to hear because they are terrible people, and real men are going to have some narcissistic tendencies, bro. So you're just telling the girls everything that they want to hear. Blah, 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 blue, blue, blue. This is for the men as well. It's not just for women. This is for men because women can be narcissists too, bro. You know what I mean? But at the beginning of a relationship with a narcissistic man or woman, or narcissistic non-binary person, there's going to be typically there's not always a love bombing phase, but typically there is a love bombing phase where the narcissist, is going to shower you with love. They're going to literally set off a grenade of love in around you. They might set it off in you and get you pregnant. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I couldn't resist that one, y'all. Sorry. The innuendo there. If you missed it, sorry. But yeah, they're going to set off, they're going to love bomb you, give you everything that you want and need, tell you everything that you want to hear, and just give you, literally put you on a pedestal. Put you on a pedestal so high that you've never been on before. You never felt this way before. That's the most common statement that I hear when people are dealing with narcissists, that they've never felt this way before. I've never felt this way before. The love bombing was intense. And the love bombing gets you hooked to that person. The love bombing gets you, this is your soulmate. The love bombing process, the love bombing thing should be called the soulmating process, the soulmating stage, because they get you to feel like you found the counterpoint of your soul in another person, your match, your soulmate, and things like that. But when the love bombing goes off, when that light switch goes off for the narcissistic loving you and caring about you and treating you good, when that goes off, when it finally erupts, when it finally goes off to the point it stops. It could be instantaneous, it could be over a period of time, but it stops because the narcissist goes back to their base state of not being that person that you fell in love with. They're just not that person. You're not that guy, pal. Trust me, you're not that guy. Just like that. They're not that guy. They're literally not the guy or the gal that you fell in love with. They're just not going to be. So when that situation arises, then you have to deal with that person. Over time, they start, narcissists typically, it's a process of devaluation where they start to do a little bit less for you. They don't tell you they love you as much. They don't hug you as much. They don't kiss you as much. They don't put their cheeks on you as much, and they don't clap their cheeks as much. So you get that situation right there where you still want to be with this person, but it's not the same. But guess what? You know they have the capability of giving you all that love, affection, and cheek clapping. You know that. You know it's there. You know they have the ability to do that. So you go back into it, You know what I mean? So you stay there. You don't leave. It doesn't feel the same anymore, but you know you can get that feeling back. So you stay there for an extended period of time, but the narcissist is doing less. They've become, like the narcissist, we have went back to our base state where we just do, we are more doing it for us than anybody else. We go back to the me first thing. As opposed to being the you first, it's the me first. And I'm going to go into that a little bit later, and maybe in a different video, because love bombing phase is also a me first thing, because we want you to make good, we want you to feel good, because we are the ones making you feel good. So it's still selfish in its own way, but that's for a different video. So the devaluation starts, but instead of giving you compliments, they start to give you insults. They start telling you you're not doing enough, you're not a good person. Start giving you insults, belittling you, making you feel less valuable, devaluing, taking away value, subtracting the value away from you. When they were used to put you on the pedestal, now they're chopping the pedestals down. Their pedestal used to be 10 feet high, now it's 4 feet high. Now it's 1 foot high. Now it's basically a step stool. Now basically one of them stools you just stand on to get into the high cabinets. You know what I mean? So now it's one of those. It's not a pedestal anymore. It's just like a little step stool. That's this big. So when that situation arises right there, you can take one or two choices. Like you can either leave or you stay. But a lot of people end up staying. And the narcissist keeps you to stay. Because some people want to leave. And then when you want to leave, the narcissist has devalued you so much that they give you little bits and pieces of what they used to be. They give you a hug and a kiss. And they used to do that every day, but now they do that once a month. But now when they do it, it feels so much more. It carries so much more weight. So now the process has shifted so much so that you know, less is more. You are happy accepting less because at least you get it now. At least you get a hug. At least you get a kiss. At least you get your cheeks clapped. We usually get them clapped twice a day. Now you get them clapped twice a month. You know what I mean? At least they're doing it now. So a little bit in pieces. So the narcissist has conditioned you to take less, and have it mean more to you. So the devaluation process leads to them being able to breadcrumb you. And what I mean by breadcrumbing is intermittent reinforcement, where they give you a little bit here and there. They don't give you the whole plate anymore. They serve you, and they don't give you one full course meal. They give you 5 different courses of the same meal. Here's your rice. Here's your beef. Here's your other carbs. Here's some sweet potato. Here's a half a steak that I bit. You mean? So less is more. The devaluation process conditions the person dealing with the narcissist, dealing with us, to accept less, because you want to keep us around, right? And we want to keep you around, so we're going to give you something. We're not going to give you nothing now. We're going to give you a little bit. And you are going to be willing to accept it because you want to accept it. You want to stay in this relationship. You want us to be around because guess what? You know what we're capable of from the beginning of the relationship, because we gave you so much in the beginning. That has still lasted. That possibility, that potential is still there. So you hold on to it, but you're so willing to accept less. And people in these long-term narcissistic relationships get conditioned to accept less than the bare minimum over time. So you end up becoming jealous of other people's relationships that are doing the bare minimum, because you're getting less than the bare minimum, and you're accepting of it because you've been conditioned. Because the person now has conditioned you to think, that has devalued you so much, they think this is all you deserve, because you're not as worth as much as you used to be worth. You're not the same person I met. A narcissist will look you directly into your face and tell you you're not the same person I met, and that's why I treat you differently right now. So it's a painful process, it's a healing process, and it's a long journey to go through. But stay strong, stand in your truth, and deal with it. Because not deal with it, but deal with it in your own way. What I mean, some people leave. The best way for some people to deal with it is by leaving and taking their power back and taking their strength back and standing on their own 2 feet and dipping. Time for me to go. Gotta go. And they dip out. And there's nothing wrong with dipping out. If you feel like you're unhappy, dip out. It's okay. Anyways, y'all, don't let the devaluation process get you down too much. Start practicing self-love and self-power. Take your strength back. Take your power back. Stand on your own 2 feet. Like and subscribe to the channel for more. I really, truly appreciate every single one of y'all. Mental Healness is out. Peace.